Max Armstrong was born June 13, 1953 in Princeton, Indiana. Born just 3 miles from where Orville Redenbacher managed a popcorn and seed company. My, how the time flies, doesn't it, Maxie? Max grew up on his parents' Jim and Stella Fay's grain and livestock farm near Owensville, 12 miles south of Princeton. He enjoyed farm work, church, and the community. He especially loved listening to the radio as the seeds of a Hall of Fame broadcasting career were taking root, even at that early age. Max was fascinated by broadcasting and started dreaming of being on the radio as early as 7 or 8 years old. He especially dreamed of one day being on one of the big stations in Chicago. At Owensville High School, Max played baseball and football along with his older brother Steve. He was the only player to letter all 4 years in football, playing middle linebacker on defense and guard and fullback on offense. Max missed only one day of school in 12 years, and that was to attend a speech contest in Oklahoma. His mom protested when the principal ruled him absent that day. Needless to say, Mom was not happy. Max was class president 3 years in high school, and despite not having a speech class, he entered numerous speech contests. After graduating from high school, Max entered Purdue University, majoring in mass communications while taking several electives in agriculture and economics. He was co-editor for 2 years of a reader service column for the Purdue student newspaper, but broadcasting was his passion. He worked part-time all 4 years of college as a board op and newsman for WASK AM/FM in Lafayette, Indiana. Max and I first met at an Illinois FFA convention in Champaign following his graduation from Purdue, so we've been friends for many, many years. When he wasn't needed on the farm during summers, Max would work weekends at WRAY AM/FM in Princeton, Indiana, and at WVMC in Mount Carmel, Illinois. The stations were competitors, but he still worked at both. In fact, one Sunday in 1973, he signed on the station in Mount Carmel and signed off the station in Princeton.
After college, Max's first job was with the Illinois Farm Bureau as broadcast editor. He was hired by NAFB Hall of Famer Art Seacrest and helped build the RFD Illinois Radio Network. He also did daily reports on KMOX in St. Louis and was a stringer for WGN Chicago. During that time, when I heard one of Max's recorded reports, I thought, I'd like to work with this guy someday. And it all happened. I finally convinced him, and it took some real convincing, to get him to join me at WGN Radio and TV in 1977, forming a working partnership that continues today. Things were also looking up in Max's personal life. Max and Linda were married December 27, 1981. Daughter Christy was born in April 1986, and Lisa in February 1990. Max served as agribusiness director for WGN Radio for 32 years before the program transitioned into a weekly Saturday morning show and podcast called The Morning Show with Orion and Max. For 42 years, I've worked with Max Armstrong, first on WGN Radio, WGN Television, and Tribune Broadcasting's U.S. Farm Report. In 2005, they created a new show called This Week in Agribusiness, a weekly show produced by Omax Communications in cooperation with 22 Creative Group. The show is broadcast on RFD TV and 200 local TV stations across the country. Since 2009, Max has also been Director of Broadcasting for Farm Progress and produces and hosts the Farm Progress America and Max Armstrong's Midwest Digest daily radio broadcasts. Now, tractors, especially red ones, have also been a big part of Max's life and career. He is one of the founders of the Half Century of Progress, the largest antique farm equipment show in the United States, and over the years, Max has participated in parades all over the country. He even has his own signature toy tractor. In 2015, Max published a book titled Stories from the Heartland, and he has written the foreword for several books and helped design the poster Corn Cribs of Illinois. Over the years, Max has shared the microphone and camera with some of the biggest newsmakers.
His list of honors is both long and distinguished, including NAFB Farm Broadcaster of the Year in 2001, and has received the Oscar in Agriculture for both radio and television work. In 2016, he was honored as a Chicago radio legend, and a bronze plaque was installed on the WGN Radio Walk of Fame along Michigan Avenue's Magnificent Mile in Chicago. As a Purdue alumnus, Max received honors as a Purdue Old Master and was recognized as a noted alumnus. He was also awarded the Certificate of Distinction by the Purdue University College of Agriculture Alumni Association, and in 2002, Indiana Governor Frank O'Ballon presented Max the Sagamore of the Wabash Honor, which is the highest civilian honor awarded by the state of Indiana. Max has also been named an honorary master farmer by both Indiana and Illinois Prairie Farmer magazines. Max served as NAFB president in 2017 and has been an active supporter of the NAFB Foundation for many years.
Outside of broadcasting, Max has been appointed fire commissioner in the western suburbs of Chicago, hiring and promoting full-time firefighters and paramedics for one of the highest-rated fire service organizations in the United States. Max and Linda now live in North Carolina. Their daughter, Christy, is a neonatal intensive care nurse in Raleigh, and Lisa teaches at Loyola University in Chicago. Oh, this is important. Max and Linda have 2 granddaughters, Eleanor and Madeline. Max is a popular speaker and MC and continues to tell agriculture story to both farm and city audiences. His distinguished career shows no sign of slowing down, and he now takes a well-deserved place of honor in the NAFB Hall of Fame.